What if I've been wrong the entire time? What if it's not pronounced shitty gel? I can't be wrong, surely, but it looks like shitty gel. I just can't see how I've got it wrong. What if I am wrong though? But no, I'm right. It is shitty gel. Hello and welcome back to Around the Block. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to another episode with Naftan where we should hopefully pick up some more wins today if we keep playing how we've been playing so far this season. But before we go through what's happened in between episodes, just want to say a few quick little things. Once again, thank you ever so much for your support so far on this series. Really appreciate everyone who's commenting and liking videos. 200 likes on today's video, that's a target. If we can reach that, that would be absolutely fantastic. And also a massive thank you to everyone who dropped by my first ever live stream last night that I did with my friends. We did a draft mode for a little while. We picked all our players and we played the first 3 games of the draft last night and it went really well. People seemed to really enjoy it. We had consistent views the whole way through, so I was very pleased and grateful for how much support you guys gave to me on that one. We're going to do another live stream tomorrow night, which is the 26th of March, and we're going to start at a slightly earlier time of 6 p.m. to try and get everything done, because we've got 7 games to play to finish off the league structure that we're in, to then decide which one of my friends is the best at Football Manager, which hopefully it's me, but at the moment it's not me because I'm not on the top of the table right now as it stands. But I really enjoyed that stream, so hopefully we're going to do quite a few more, and actually I'm going to start tonight doing another stream. So this video has come out to you at 6 p.m. UK time, at 7 p.m. UK time. So if you're watching this as soon as it comes out, you've got an hour to wait until we start a brand new live stream with Lincoln City. We're going to do a stream with my home team town, the team I support, Lincoln City. I think that's going to be quite good fun. So we'll have a bit of a stream series going on. We'll start it off tonight at 7 p.m. I've got an hour or so before I've got something else to do later on in the evening. So I've got an hour slot to do some stream. We'll start the save up and get going, and then we'll do some more streams over the weekend, over the next few days, next week, whilst we're in quarantine and things like that. And I'm not entirely sure when they're going to be yet, what time they're going to be. It's more likely to be middle of the day sort of streams, because middle of the day seems to work out quite nicely for most people at the moment, because of course we are in a period of time where no one's allowed to go out of the house pretty much. So there we go, probably middle of the day streams. But of course, follow me on Twitter, get in my Discord, follow me on Twitch, that's most important. Follow me on Twitch with the link in the description, twitch.tv/TomFM. Follow me on there and you should get alerts to when I do go live. But I'll keep you updated on videos, on all the social media and stuff, so make sure you follow me on everything, join my Discord, and we'll obviously let you know when the streams are coming out. Anyway, jumping back into Around the Block, it's time to show you what's happened since you were last here for the 2-0 win over Slonim last episode, with Farago and Artem Sitko scoring the goals in that one. In that game, Farago was very good, and we said to ourselves, I reckon he's going to score 20 goals this season. Well, since then, he's not scored a goal and actually not played massively well either in our other victories. So we started off with a 1-0 win over Lokomotiv Gomel, with Dimitri Tomelo scoring that goal in that game to give us the 3 points. And then another 1-0 followed against a team called Dnipro Mogilev. We won 1-0 there with Daniil Solinsky scoring the only goal in that game. We then had a grudge match against Kimmich. Of course, a nice rivalry formed between us two, as we are looking to beat them, basically, because obviously I was offered the job at Kimmich, but I chose Naftan instead. So we want to try and prove to ourselves that we are the better side than Kimmich, to sort of justify my selection as the Naftan manager. We drew 0-0 there, which was a little bit unfortunate, but I suppose you can't win every single game. But we did manage to win last time out against Sputnik, a 2-0 win there, with Nika Barasia scoring the goal from a penalty spot, and then Alexander Yanchenko, the other striker that we've got, scoring on the 30th minute mark as well. So what all that means is, if you've been eagle-eyed already, you'll have seen this, but we are top of the table as things stand, with 13 points on the board, 3 points clear of a team in second place, which is absolutely fantastic. However, there are a couple issues with this right now. Now, the big thing is, we haven't conceded a goal yet whatsoever. No goals conceded, which is absolutely fantastic, whereas the next best team is 4 goals conceded already. So we are doing phenomenally well defensively. We have a great defence. The issue is, the board wants us to play counter-attacking football, obviously, so I'm sticking with that. And that doesn't necessarily mean you score lots of goals. As you can see, we've only got 6 goals scored so far this season, and there's only 3 teams with the worst goal scoring record with us, and they are 14th, 15th and 16th in the league respectively. So we need to try and find a way to score a few more goals while still playing counter-attacking football, because that's what the board want to see. But I don't want to change things up too much, because we haven't conceded at all yet, so that's kind of good. if we just keep it going for now, and as long as we stay top of the table, we don't need to change things too much, but I would like to score a few more goals. Now, because of the fantastic start to the season, I have won Manager of the Month, which is absolutely fantastic. So I am the Belarusian First League Manager of the Month for April, which you love to see. That should hopefully increase my reputation nicely. We should be starting to see that increase ever so slowly, which would be brilliant, but it's going to take time for that reputation to increase. I think we probably... The thing is, if we're first in the table right now, we get promoted, we should probably stay at Naftan for another season, see how we do in the top division, and just try and go on from there a little bit. But because this division, obviously the Belarusian League, they run from April to November, whereas every other European league sort of runs from August to June sort of thing, June to May sort of stuff, then essentially when our season finishes in November, that's usually the time when clubs start sacking their managers before Christmas. So that's when we could sort of have a little look at what other jobs are available. But I think having another season on our back at Naftan, so going for 2.5 seasons at Naftan, that might put us in a better bargaining position, especially with the promotion on our backs as well. That might put us in a better bargaining position for some other clubs for next season's sackings and things like that. So that's what I'm thinking of, but that's just in my head right now. We have to obviously react to different situations, but that's the plan in my head right now. Now, before we get into our first game today against Kletsk, we do have a few youth players to rename from the Patreon. So thank you ever so much to you guys in the Patreon. The first player to be renamed is our young right back, who's actually been injured since the first game of the season. He played that first game of the season, was phenomenal, and then got injured in training. Has been out since then, which is a little bit frustrating. But Victor Shakov is no longer going to be called Victor Shakov. I want to say a big thank you to Tobias Kunz for your continued support on the Patreon. And you've decided to call your player Tobias, if we want to get the nickname thing set up, Tobias. And then you've done some research here. You've looked at similar names to yours that are popular Belarusian names. Now, I'm going to have a struggle pronouncing this, I think, but we're now going to have Tobias Kuznezau. I think that is how you pronounce it, but that's obviously a very good... I like your research there. Big fan of your research. So Tobias I'm going to struggle. You've done this on purpose, haven't you? Tobias Kuznezau is our new right back, and hopefully we're playing quite a few more games for us later on this season. Also want to say a big thank you to Tim Wright as well. Your continued support is massively appreciated. He has chosen our backup striker, the young striker, the 17-year-old, who's looking pretty good already, actually, I've got to say. Finishing off 5. Not so sure about that one, but you're more of a deep lying forward apparently, so hopefully if we get a 2-striker system working, that would work quite nicely, I think I've got to say. But Denis Stepanov is now going to be known as Timovsky Rytchenko, which I'm a big fan of that name. I think that's a pretty decent name. So Timovsky Rytchenko is our new backup striker there, which is fantastic to see. So we've got quite a few Patreon guys in here already. Hopefully we'll all get you starting pretty soon in the team and things like that. Hopefully for like next season we can get you starting properly if we get you up to speed and things like that. So a few of you have been playing a lot of games. Gompi Hartmanov, in particular, has been phenomenal. So we'll see him later on in the game against Kletsk. I think we are going through to the team selection screen in just a moment. There are a few little things to change because we have got a couple injuries and suspensions around as well. I think it was the Kill guy, whatever he's called, I can't remember. Killman, he got sent off after becoming on as a substitute in the last fixtures. He can't be on the bench, so instead we're going to put on the bench Timovsky Rytchenko. He can get on the bench. Rapiko has to come off the pitch as well because he's looking a bit injured. So we're going to bring... Have we got a backup left back? No. We can't. No, we don't. We don't really, do we? We've got Temelu who can play there. We can swap him and Rapiko over. Have we got anyone else to play at left wing though? That's the thing. Only Killman, and he's suspended for today's game, which... It's not ideal, really, so maybe we have to actually just sort of kind of hope for the best with Rapiko and hope he just sort of lasts long enough. He's returned to full fitness immediately, so he can't be that injured, so we'll leave him on the pitch for now. What I'm also going to do, actually, is bring Farago back on the pitch. He was on the bench last time when Yanchenko scored, but we have to have some more under-20 players on the pitch for what I want to do. So Yanchenko's got to come off the pitch for Farago and make him more an advanced forward once again. And that means that we can bring off our young Artem, who came in. Obviously, we brought him in over summer. He's been playing quite well recently, but he's got to come off because he's looking tired. So Borisov can start at centre-back alongside Crazy. Other than that, though, I'm pretty happy with that lineup, I believe. So we're going to stick with it. I completely forgot to mention, Moses is back. Moses is back, everyone. You love to see it. I forgot he even came back because I did it straight away after last episode. Moses is back. He's on loan from Bait. He was sold from our feeder club, or parent club, sorry, to Bait, and then he's come on loan to us from Bait. He's back at the club, Moses. Completely forgot to mention that, but we've seen him before already, so you guys know Moses and you know all about him. So don't know why I forgot to sort of mention that, but there we go. Anyway then, your lineup for today's game is Sakovic in goal with Rapiko, Crazy, Borisov and Basaria at the right-back position. Tomelo, Shitty Gompi, Hartmanov and Moses in that midfield with Abademi and Farago as that attacking duo, hopefully scoring plenty of goals today. Fingers crossed we get the result we want. So then, kickoff is upon us here today. Hopefully, we're going to pick up another victory. It's probably going to be a 1-0 victory, given what we've seen so far this season. But some of the defenders for Kletsk are looking quite tired already. Their striker's now injured. Have they got no substitutes or anything like that? They do have a bench, so I'm not quite sure why we're not playing some of these players instead. But if we can sort of make the best use of that, as Gompi Hartmanov puts a ball into the middle. Borisov puts it in the back of the net. Gompi Hartmanov has got phenomenal free kicks. He's got quite a few assists already this season from his free kicks. So Gompi Hartmanov, you are being a bit of a star right now. You're the early star regen we've had so far. But onto the head of Borisov from that free kick. Keeper should have done so much better there. But the first highlight of the game results in a goal for Naftan, which you love to see. But given the rule of averages and how we've played so far this season, I'm not expecting to score another goal in today's game. But we shouldn't concede either. But we have conceded. You guys have lifted the curse, or started a curse. You've caused that, I'm going to say. I'm blaming you guys for that goal we've just conceded there. Of course, it wasn't going to last forever, not being able to keep clean sheets. But we have conceded there to Kletsk, and now we've actually got to score another goal. And law of averages suggests that we're not going to score another goal, which is a little bit worrying. But hopefully we do. We need to, really, don't we? We've got to half-time, though, pretty quickly, and it is 1-1. 3 shots apiece. It's very cagey out there, but we've had a vast majority of the possession, so we need to just go aggressively at half-time, not have your performance out there, and just sort of push on in the second half and try and grab a winner out of there somehow. Neither Abademi or Farago are playing particularly well, which isn't great, I've got to say. We may have to bring on a few other youth players to the pitch and to the fray to see how things go, because we've only got 2 on the pitch right now in Farago and in Gompi. So we do need to bring on some others out there. The issue is we haven't really got anyone to bring on that's like fully fit and things like that, and it's going to make a difference out there. Crazy on a yellow card. Let's bring on Artem on the pitch for him instead and swap him and Borisov over. So that's another youth player on the pitch. That means we can take Farago off the pitch and bring on Yanchenko to play as a pressing forward on attack. And then these two might work a little bit better because of that. So they're the 2 changes that we'll make right now, as Sakovic has a terrible goal kick. I'm not entirely sure what he was trying to do with that, but we have retained possession through a good challenge there from Rapiko. He puts it out for a corner in the end, which isn't great, really. Luckily for us, though, the corner isn't shown on the highlight, so obviously they couldn't have scored a goal from that one, which is fantastic. Thing is, we're not playing that well out there. Let's go attacking and let's go get creative out there for the final 15 minutes or so. As we've got a chance now. Rapiko into Shitty Gel, we've not seen much of in today's game. He loses possession and Kletsk are on a bit of a counter-attack right now, though Artem makes a good interception there, gets the tackle done. And we're now looking to build out from the back as Sakovic launches it up towards Abademi, heads it down towards Shitty Gel. Rapiko up towards Tomelo. Tomelo into the area. Tomelo shoots and it's saved by the keeper. He did so well into the finish there, but we do have a chance to score from the corner right now as Gompi Hartmanov to swing one in straight to the keeper's hands, unfortunately. So into the final 5 minutes of the game now. We've got to get something out of this. Show some passion out there. Let's go very attacking. Come on, lads. The thing is, there's not really much else I can do right now. Looks like we're going to draw the opening game of today's episode against Kletsk. We have done. It's not a loss, at least, so we've still got that 100% unbeaten record going. But I'm not pleased with that result. We should have won it, really, especially against Kletsk, who are right down the bottom half of the table right now, having an inconsistent start to the season. We need to be winning games. Fortunately, Gomel and other teams didn't seem to win their games, or no one's caught up to us. We've actually got ahead of other teams. So we're now 4 points clear at the top, which has worked out quite nicely for us, but we could have been 6 points clear. Now, I forgot to show you this, actually. It has been mentioned to me in the comment section. We need to have a quick look at the season preview. Now, we are predicted to come second this season, with Gomel, who were relegated last season, predicted to come first. So they are the team that we are sort of fighting against. A team called Arsenal, who are apparently favourites to come third. We need to watch out for them. And then Smolletvici, Smolovici are predicted to come fourth, and then Volna fifth. So these are the teams you need to look out for. Lider and Stick potentially, but unfortunately teams like Kimmich and Baranovici are down in the bottom half of the table, so maybe not quite the rivalry we would have wanted against those teams this season. And actually it's pretty exciting because we have got Smolovici coming up in the next game, so we need to make sure we get a very good result against them. If we can beat them, that's surely going to, give us the credentials and give us the confidence to think, actually, yes, we can come top 4 this season easily. We've got a nice week off though before that fixture comes around, so hopefully players will become fit again to start that fixture. We need to get a really good starting 11 out for that game. That's what we need to focus on, a good starting 11 which hopefully should get the job done against them. The assistant manager is telling me to change quite a few things for this particular game. We might look to do some of that. We might not, though. Let's carry on going, though. Let's carry on. I think we do need to make a couple changes for the game, though, definitely. So the first change is pretty obvious, because Tomelo is suspended. He's picked up a couple of yellow cards, so he's out for this next game, which is a shame, because he's one of our best players. But we have got a good replacement who's just back from suspension, so Kilman can come on the left-hand side of the pitch for him. I still want to keep Gompi Hartmanov on the pitch because his average rating is higher than most other players, actually. So we're going to keep Gompi on the pitch. Shitigel, of course, just has to stay on the pitch, so Shitigel stays there, and so will Moses. So no changes in the midfield there, I don't think. We'll leave Farago on the pitch right now, although he's not played massively well. We might take Abademi back to a more attacking midfielder role, although actually saying that, we might swap him out for Zielinski, who's played very well actually in that position when he has played. So let's give Zielinski a go out there. Tobias Kuznetsov, he is still injured. He's still injured. He's been out for quite some time. It says 3 weeks there, but it feels a lot longer than that twisted ankle. But he's been out for a little while, Tobias. So we'll have to sort of not play him today. Bassaria is going to come off, though, because he's actually more of a left-back anyway, I believe. I think I've got that mixed up. He's more of a left-back, isn't he? But he was playing for some reason. We're going to bring onto the pitch instead the actual right-back that I'm meant to be playing this season, Sergei Shegrakovic. There we go, Shegrakovic. We'll try and say that properly. He's going to come on that right-back position. I think he must have had an injury or a knock or something like that, and we had to play someone else there. So Bassaria, we're actually going to swap him out for Rapiko as well. Let's see what he can do on that left-hand side properly with the left foot as well. He needs to keep playing, though, because he's got a 7 rating over his last 5 games. Has been one of the better performers for us. So Bassaria has to keep playing some games. We still have the 2 under-20 players on the pitch right now in Farago and Gompi Hartmanov. We've got 6 players, including on the bench as well. So we've got, obviously, the goalkeeper. We've got our young defender, Artem. We've got Binchovsky. Is that Binchovsky? Binchov. Just Binchov. There we go. Dmitry Binchov on the bench. He's also had a bit of injury trouble and is struggling to sort of replace Moses a little bit, I've got to say. But we might bring him on as a substitute. We've got Timovsky as well, and we've got Yanchenko on the bench. I think that's looking okay. All right, that's looking okay. We go into the game like this. That's the team. Let's hope for the best. Right then, kickoff is upon us once again. The nice red and blue kit of Smolovici. They look to have quite a nice kit. I like that colour scheme there. As on a very frozen cold pitch, we have a throw-in, which is given straight away to the other team. But we have retained possession. Moses on the ball, shoots from distance and puts that one in the back of the net. Terrible defending there from Smolovici there. They just cleared it. I mean, the throw-in was terrible. It's a comedy of errors, really. The throw-in's terrible. That clearance is just comical. And then Moses just has an easy task of just putting it. Oh, the keeper makes a comical error pushing it into the back of his net as well. And you can probably see as well on the screen. I've just noticed on the 3D highlights as well. There's no undersoil heating on the pitch. It's all pretty frozen, as you can see. But around the edge of the pitch, we've just hit the post. It's all nice lush greenness. So clearly the undersoil heating just goes around the edge of the pitch for some reason. So again, we've taken the lead in today's game. The law of averages suggests we're not going to score again or concede a goal either. But we might concede a goal because this team are very, very good. And I think we are getting a little bit more lax defensively as the season goes on a little bit, as we've sort of settling into the routine. Other teams are starting to get better. We had a good pre-season, so that probably helped with our defensive capabilities as well. But we are putting them under pressure right now, Smolovici, as it goes all the way back to their goalkeeper now, as we look to try and get on the end of this kick. Kilman manages to make the interception, but gives it straight back to the opposition team, which isn't fantastic. And they play it all the way back to their keeper again. But Moses, looking to win possession, gets it into Farago. Farago looking for his only 2nd goal of the season. Can't get it still. He's still trying, but still can't score. Luckily for us, other results are going quite nicely in our favour. So Orsha are winning their game, but so are we. And other teams are either drawing or losing. So actually, as it stands right now at this very second, we are 5 points clear at the top of the table, which is a fantastic position to be in. Gompi Hartmanov with a free kick. Is it Gompi? It is Gompi with a free kick here. Go on, put this in the top corner. He only's gone and done it. He's only gone and done it. Gombi Hartmanov with his first goal of this season. Fantastic stuff from you. You love to see it. What a free kick he's got on him. Fantastic free kick. Keeper nowhere near it. Into the top corner. You love to see it. There is a highlight, though, straight from kickoff, which isn't fantastic, I've got to say. Now, Gombi Hartmanov can't quite win that ball, but Moses can get the ball and does clear it upfield a little bit. And Firago's managed to get that loose ball there. Defensive errors there, but unfortunately the keeper does make a very, very good save there. This is fantastic. We are 2-0 up here against a team that should be challenging for top of the table come the end of the season. But Dennis Firago gets on the end of Bassaria's corner there, putting it into the back of the net. 3-0 before half-time. This is fantastic. Why couldn't we do this in the last game? So half-time, 3-0 up, 10 shots to 1 shot. How has that happened? Well, actually, it's probably quite easy to explain. The board want us to play counter-attacking football, so that's what we're doing. Against teams that aren't so good, like who did we play last time? It was, they might be on the screen, I can't remember who we played in the last game now, but they were obviously quite far down the table. They're obviously not going to be a very attacking side, so we are quite ineffective against them. But because we're playing a team that are one of the favourites to win the league this season, they're going to be coming at us, and our counter-attacking style of play works perfectly against them, clearly. I mean, we scored 2 goals from set pieces, which isn't quite counter-attacking play, but they could have been won on a counter-attack sort of thing. So, because we are playing against a better side, our tactical play does work better against them than teams lower down the table. So perhaps we need to adopt something slightly different when we are playing teams bottom of the table and things like that. But hopefully we can just sort of continue on this lovely run that we're having this season and just keep winning games. It would be fantastic, wouldn't it, as we are still not losing a game this season. We haven't lost a game yet. Updates-wise, Sputnik are winning their games. They go up to 13 points, as do Slonim. So points for them, but we're still 4 points clear of those teams, which is fantastic. As we've got another highlight right now as Bastaria into Firago. He's somehow blazed that over the bar. Should have been picking up his second goal of the game there, but obviously messed it up a little bit. Changes need to be made with 10 minutes to go. We can bring on 5 substitutes. Now, it mentioned to me in the comment section we could bring on 5 subs, and I had to check this out, but you can. We can bring on 5 substitutes if we want to, so I'm kind of tempted to do that right now. So, Dmitry Binchov, on you go for a slightly injured Moses. Must have just happened as well, because he's down to 36% condition. We're going to take off Zelinsky for Timovsky Rychenko in that attacking midfield position as well. And also because, weirdly, Kilman's on a 6.3 rating, which seems very low, we're going to bring on Rapiko on that left wing. He can kind of play there, but we'll give him a go there and see what he can do in a slightly more advanced position. So 3 subs at the same time there. Debuts for Timovsky Rychenko, and Dmitry Binchov has come on as a substitute before, actually, so not quite his debut, but he's not made a full debut yet. He's not started the game. He's come on as substitutes before, but there we go. That's the changes, and that is a wonder goal there, I've got to say. That is a wonder goal for Smolovici. That was fantastic stuff from distance. No stopping that one. Watch this one on the replay, because it's a goal you can only applaud. You can only applaud goals like that, really, can't you? Is bloody miles out. Miles out. It's a good goal. But it's only a consolation goal for them as the clock ticks down. We've won the game 3-1. A superb result for us there. Still 4 points clear at the top of the table as well. You love to see it. It's a perfect start to the season. Gombi Hartmanov is on form with his 8.3 rating, scoring that goal in that game. Fantastic stuff from you. And Tobias has now finally started to train back from injury as well, so hopefully we'll see him in a couple episodes' time as well. Next episode then, we don't have much going on in the June area for some reason. Actually, there's a big break in between these 2 games. So what we're going to do next episode then is actually, I think we're going to skip all those games, actually, all these games, and we're going to go through to Leicester and Arsenal. Now, these teams are both predicted to come in the top 5, top 6, I believe, so I think it's going to be a good test in those games as well. So I'll play these ones off camera, and I'll see you once again for these 2 games with Leicester and Arsenal, so that'll be fantastic. So thank you ever so much for watching today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Make sure you click the subscribe button, click the like button, and turn notifications on. Make sure you go and follow me on Twitch as well. Get ready for tonight's live stream, which should be, I mean, I'm not quite sure how long this video is going to be, but probably less than half an hour for you guys watching this right now. So get ready for that one. That's coming up very shortly. We'll take over Lincoln City. There we go. I found the badge. We'll take over Lincoln City and hopefully have a good stream with them. And obviously quite a few streams coming forward with Lincoln City as well. So I'll see you in one of those. Have a great one. Have a good evening. Goodbye.